Hare Krishna. Respecting religious pluralism doesn't require disrespecting religion. We live in a multicultural world. Because of communication and telecommunication, we are exposed to many different people from different cultures, different traditions, different faiths, and for society, nations to function in such a multicultural setting, there needs to be a pluralistic ethos. So now, that means religious pluralism means that nobody claims that their religion is the only way, that we respect other religions apart from what we are practicing. Now, this is important, it is essential, but unfortunately a spin-off of the respect for religious pluralism is disrespect for religion itself. Because people start thinking that, okay, you believe this, you believe this, you believe this. All these are simply different belief systems and they are simply subjective preferences. There is no objective reality at all. And the end result of religious pluralism, if it is not properly understood, is to relegate religion out of the public sphere into the subjective personal preference. So people start thinking that God, soul, spiritual world, all these are just conceptions which some people need to believe. So they don't have any objective reality. So essentially such an attitude, such a conception of religious pluralism leads to a license for atheism, where people think that God doesn't exist, or at least to apatheism, where people feel that they become apathetic towards God and anything spiritual in life, any higher dimension of life. However, we can respect religious pluralism and we can also respect religion. How? The Bhagavad Gita offers an inclusive understanding. If say in 4.11, Krishna says, Yetha mam prapadyante tam sathaiva bhajamyaham mama vartamanu vartante manushya partha sarvashaha. Krishna says that as all people approach me, surrender to me, I reward them accordingly. Mama vartamanu vartante, all people are on my path. Manushya partha sarvashaha. So all people are on my path. That means, Krishna is stating over here that actually rather than seeing different religions as different ways, different ways leading to different destinations, we can say that is one path which is the path of our consciousness. Either consciousness can become more and more materialistic and godless, or it can become more spiritual and godly. And on this path there are different lanes. So the different lanes are like different religions. And these different religions can help people move towards higher consciousness to different degrees with different facilities in different ways. But essentially their goal is the same. So another example to understand this is, say we could say materialistic consciousness is like a diseased consciousness. Spiritual consciousness is like a healed, healthy consciousness, because at the materialistic consciousness, just as when we are diseased, we are lacking in ease, we are unhappy. Similarly, in materialistic consciousness, we are always dissatisfied, unhappy. In spiritual consciousness, we become happy. Now, there may be for a specific disease different systems of treatment, allopathy, Ayurveda, naturopathy. Now, we can respect this plurality of the forms of treatments while following diligently the particular treatment that we are following. So, I may follow allopathy diligently, but still I may respect Ayurveda. That may work for some other people. So, similarly, we can follow our own religious path, at the same time we can respect people following other religious paths, because we see that these are all forms of treatment. By having this proper understanding that there is one path with different lanes, all meant to one goal of raising human consciousness to the divine level, then we can have this balance of open-mindedness, plurality and focus or fidelity. Thank you. Hare Krishna.